Hey everybody, the TMD 1998 here. Welcome to the Raw preview. Number 14, I believe this is. Phil is with us again.
What's going on, guys? I'm here once again.
Yep. Let's get to our preview. Raw is starting in about, I would say, 2 hours. By the time this video uploads, it'll be about 2 hours. And I am very excited. So, okay, let's get to this. Alright, so, tonight, Raw's first ever ambulance match. It is one of my favorite matches of the WWE that they could pull out of their hat. It's one of my favorite matches. It's so brutal, between two brutal superstars who have torn each other apart over the past couple of weeks and months, actually. Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. Phil, who is leaving today in an ambulance to end the rivalry between Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose?
I'm believing that it is going to be Bray Wyatt. Now, the reason is because I believe that with this type of matchup, Dean Ambrose, he's going to just, well, both of them are going to be monsters, and both of them are going to do whatever it takes. But I think that Bray Wyatt's just, it's not really the type of match that he's used to. I mean, both of these people have never been in ambulance matches before, but I think with Dean Ambrose, he's smaller, he's more agile, and with that, he'll be able to adapt quicker than Bray Wyatt. So that's why I'm thinking Dean Ambrose will win there.
Dean Ambrose will win because, for one simple reason, if this is the actual end of the rivalry, then I would like to see Dean Ambrose go on top. Bray Wyatt can move on and go on to better things in the WWE, but Dean Ambrose must come out on top tonight if this is actually the end of this great rivalry, which only happened for 3 or 4 months, but it's one of the best rivalries, I think, of the year. It was such a good rivalry, and I was very impressed with that. And these two just put it all on the line. Oh, boy. Well, everybody, I think Jerry Lawler said it best. It's a dark day in WWE. The Authority, after all the work at Survivor Series, if you guys saw it, which, by the way, if you didn't see it, you could go subscribe to the WWE Network or at www.com/WWE Network. The link will be in the description. It is $9.99. But for those of you that did see it, all the hard work at Survivor Series, gone. All Dolph Ziggler, 3 against 1, coming back and defeating Team Authority, gone. All because of last week, John Cena bringing back the Authority, and pretty much he had no other option. I mean, Phil, do you agree with me?
He had no choice. I honestly felt bad for the guy.
And if you guys didn't see Raw, we'll take you back and we'll show you or tell you what happened. Edge and Christian were the hosts of Monday Night Raw. Two of the top superstars in this industry. Edge and Christian were doing their cutting-edge peep show. And Seth Rollins was the special guest. Seth Rollins called John Cena out during this. John Cena didn't come out, and Seth Rollins then began to hit Christian with his briefcase. With Seth Rollins' briefcase. Edge was then taken down by the neck by the Big Show, had his head placed on the briefcase, and Seth Rollins taunted John Cena, saying that he was going to curb stomp Edge, who has a broken neck, into the briefcase. John Cena had no other choice but to bring the Authority back. And they are back here tonight. So, Phil, I pose you a question. Who will the Authority punish tonight?
I feel that they will punish everyone. Like, they're gonna punish so many people. I mean, they're definitely gonna punish John Cena.
Who's at the top hit list? Who's at the top of the hit list right now?
Who's the top of the hit list? I believe Dolph Ziggler.
He's my number one. He is my number one. Dolph Ziggler is my number one at the hit list. He is right there.
I mean, I feel that maybe
Eric Rowan,
maybe definitely John Cena, even though they brought him back. He brought them back. I feel that there's so many people that are on the hit list right now of the Authority that there's no doubt in my mind that the Authority is just going to bring hell tonight. I mean, hell's on earth right now.
To bring this back, guys, to bring this back into what it is, Randy Orton did have surgery. He had a nose injury. It is doubtful he will be here at Raw tonight, although it is not impossible. The last I checked, no one has seen him go into the arena. However, he could be at Monday Night Raw, even though it is pretty doubtful since he had just came back from nose surgery after an injury, which was after a Monday Night Raw. He came back after a Monday Night Raw and proceeded to RKO Seth Rollins in the Big Show and hurt his nose, and he had to have surgery on it. So, Randy Orton, we're praying for you. We want you to come back. It's supposed to not be such a setback for him. He is probably supposed to be coming back by the Royal Rumble, if not at the Royal Rumble. So, this isn't over.
That's what they should have done.
Now,
that's what they should do.
I pose to you a question. Is Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins unfinished business? Will this rivalry continue into WrestleMania after tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I believe that this match will go on for a bit, but I just don't know if it'll be until WrestleMania.
I'm telling you right now, Seth Rollins, and this is my bold prediction for the Royal Rumble. You guys are getting an early pick. Seth Rollins will cash in his Money in the Bank successfully, and there will be unfinished business. And at the WrestleMania 31, Seth Rollins will fight Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena
in a triple threat.
In a triple threat, exactly. John Cena is supposed to be cutting back. They're supposed to be cutting John Cena back, which I know for a lot of our WWE fans, that's not very exciting to them. We all know how much we love John Cena, whether people don't like to admit it or not. They know they do. John Cena being set back. He is 39 years old. I mean, he has had multiple injuries. I think it is time where John Cena could become a 16-time champion. And maybe he should break the record to be a 17-time champion and have that reign last longer. But there's going to be talk about him not being in as many main events as what he used to be, which is it's sad because you see John Cena and how hard he works, and I'm sure that this is a bitter pill to swallow, but it's time for the guys like Roman Reigns, time for the guys like Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, all those guys to step up and be this new face and carry the company.
That's what I'm saying.
And John Cena was doing that for years. Before this is actually my first time having to deal with the face of the company being pushed out a little bit, and it's tough. It's tough to deal with. Because that's the guy that you watch pioneer your company. I mean, the company that we love was pioneered, by this one man, and it's gonna be sad to see him go. And I don't know. I'm excited to see these new guys come up. And Stone Cold obviously issuing them a challenge to be the best that you possibly can be, and basically step up. All of you, step up. And I completely agree with Stone Cold there.
Now let me tell you something. I've been watching this guy since 2010. I've been watching John Cena since 2010. He debuted in 2002, I believe?
2002, yep.
Now, it's a hard pill to swallow. With this, with him just being pushed away for a little bit, and, just laying low until he has to actually just go away for a bit. And it's hard, and it's definitely hard on John, but it's about, I'm sad to say this, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's about damn time.
Yeah, and in his song, his theme song, "Your time is up, my time is now." I think WWE superstars are starting to say that to John Cena, and I think John really has to realize that his time is up, and it's somebody's time to come in and be that face. And
he has to think about himself here.
Yes, exactly. Nikki Bella, we all saw in Total Divas.
He always says, you know what, don't think about yourself. Think about, just be who you are and just, stick with what you are. But you gotta think about yourself here, John. You gotta think about your health. You gotta think about everything that's going on in your life right now.
He's had neck surgery, a torn tendon in his shoulder. He's had a torn tricep. This is all since 2007. He didn't have one injury besides that. And to watch him go through this, it's sad, but you have to realize that John Cena is the pioneer for this company. And the fact that his body is wearing down like this, he has to realize, and I know it's a bitter pill to swallow, but he has to realize, I have to move on from something here. Will he be involved in WWE? He can be involved in anything in WWE. He is that dedicated, and I'm telling you, he will not leave.
He's not going to leave.
No, he won't.
I'm not saying
he will not leave. But I think his time to wrestle is he's father time is catching up to John Cena, as it catches up to all of us. Every professional athlete, father time catches up to him, and I think it's just time. John Cena's time is caught up by father time. So it's sad.
You know what? You're right. Time catches up to people, but you know what? I don't think John Cena is upset with this at all. Now, you're probably thinking, look, he's been everything in the company. He's been world champ. He's been a United States champ. I think he's even been tag champ at one point.
Shawn Michaels.
He's done everything in the company. There's nothing left for him to do. And it's definitely hard on me here because with this comes to mind that he has to think about, look, do I really want to risk my life the way I've been doing it for the past couple of years of my life? I know what I've been doing in this business. I put my life on the line every single time I go in that ring. I've had you've had neck injuries, you've had arm injuries, you've had shoulder injuries, and you've been injured a lot of times, and you gotta realize that once that injury happens, it can happen again at any moment.
This is 7 and 8 years. This is a guy that in 5 years was in WWE every single week. And in the past 7 years, he's had 3 injuries, 3 surgeries. This is, and I hate to say it because he's John Cena. He's having the best matches of his life. But when I saw him go through those suplexes and getting those suplexes, I was like, oh my God. Get up, John. Get up, please. You can't do this. I mean, I really hope that he stays calm and is one of the best that he really can be, because I know that John Cena is simply one of the best. Alright, guys. We just lost Phil for a little bit, so I'm going to read the topic while we call him back. We're going to call him back. But who's next for the Ascension? Next for me for the Ascension is, I don't know. It's the tag champions are probably who's going to be next. For the Ascension, really, Connor and Victor are some of the roughest people you ever go around, and you can't mess with them there. I mean, it's something special to see what they're doing. And in WWE, they are one of the best. I know there were tension going around in the past couple of weeks of how they shouldn't be top superstars in this company, but they really are powerful. They're what WWE really wants to have here in this company, and we just got Phil back.
Sorry, guys, it disconnected.
That was my fault. We're on the next question, by the way, Phil. Who's next for the Ascension? I said the Tag Team Championships.
You're absolutely right. These guys, yes, they've been in the company for what? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
And we're already talking about them being tag team champions. I mean, these guys have faced, the last match I saw the Ascension in was Friday night on SmackDown, and they were against 2 scrubs.
Yeah.
2 local guys. These guys, this is like what Ryback has done when he first came in the company. He was in 2-on-1 handicap matches with 2 scrubs, and he won. Now they're doing tag teams with this. I mean, first of all, what they need to do, I say stop with the scrub and put them against actual put them in action with former tag team champions. Let's do Golden Stardust. Let's do
Miz and Mizdow.
Yeah, we've actually said that, but I mean, let's put Miz and Mizdow. Let's put the Usos. Why are you hiding? I'm not hiding.
Hey, he's back! What's a Raw pre-show without your father? Oh, God. Alright. You were saying, Phil?
But put him against former champs so that they can actually get used to the tag team division.
Yeah. And have it be more than a 1-minute match.
Yeah. Because we're not seeing enough of the Ascension in order to get what they need.
Yeah. They're obviously very... We saw it in NXT. I saw it in NXT. I watched every single match that they had in NXT. They are a special tag team. And they deserve better than being in a 1-minute match. And so do Miz and Mizdow. I can't believe I'm saying that. But they do deserve to be in better than 1-minute matches.
And with the Ascension, I mean, these guys are meant to be something in the company. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to be. I mean, even if they break up down the line, which God hopes that they're not going to at some point, but then again, the Shield did, so, and they're on top of the world, but they'd be good tag, singles competitors too.
Yep.
I mean, I've even seen in NXT sometimes they actually did singles competitions. I mean, it was very rare, but it happened. And there's no doubt in my mind that they could be tag team champions within maybe the next few months or so.
I completely agree. All right, Roman Reigns. We all saw on Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns did suffer an injury. It wasn't that serious. He was able to compete on SmackDown, but his leg was crushed by that announce table, which is not light at all. Despite what people say, that is not a light announce table at all. That is a heavy announce table. It is big. It is probably 400, 500.
That's light.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever said that an
My parents.
table
My
is
parents.
light?
My parents. My parents. My parents. They don't know. And some other people that I saw today too. Roman Reigns, obviously on SmackDown, if you guys watch SmackDown, he flipped Big Show over the announce table and flipped the announce table on Big Show. Shades of Raw, what Big Show did to Roman Reigns. Is Roman Reigns facing a giant-sized payback tonight here on Monday Night Raw?
Oh God, I hope not. I believe not. I honestly don't know. There's so many things that this rivalry between Big Show and Roman Reigns that I don't think we've ever seen yet. I mean, these guys, these are big men. Roman Reigns, even though he looks really small to Big Show, he's not actually a big guy. I mean, we've seen them go at it. Well, not actually in a match, but, we know that Roman Reigns could hit that Superman punch on Big Show. We know that he could probably spear the Big Show if they actually get the spot for that, maybe. But then again, Big Show can do a spear too. We've seen that.
That's sight.
And that's a wow. And then we've seen the knockout punch. There's so many things, especially in each other's moveset, that they can do to each other. And Roman Reigns, he's a powerful guy, and he's done things to the Big Show that people have done but haven't in a long time.
Yeah.
And I believe that if this thing happens at Rumble, Big Show and Reigns, which hasn't been confirmed yet, so
no, because Reigns is in the Rumble. Reigns is in the Rumble.
That's right, Reigns is in the Rumble. But who knows? Maybe, hopefully not. But let's just see what happens on Raw.
All right, who will enter the Royal Rumble match tonight? Phil, who will enter tonight?
Now, there are many possibilities on who the Rumble can be put up against, but there's one person in my mind that's always been in the Rumble, that I've watched in the Rumble, and that has done absolutely amazing things.
I know who you're talking about.
Man is 1/3 of the New Day, Kofi Kingston.
Yep.
Kofi Kingston. There's so many things that guy can do trying to not get eliminated. He's done handstands, walking handstands. He's grabbed a chair from the announcer table,
JBL's,
and bounced it to the ring apron, and then jumped on the ring apron to survive. He's jumped on people that have already been eliminated and then bounced back on Which I don't understand. Why don't they just drop him so that they could be eliminated? But who knows? And then I mean, this guy jumped from a barricade all the way to the ring apron once just to stay alive. This guy can do so many amazing things, yet he's never won a Rumble. Which sucks because he's a great athlete. You can't argue that.
No, I can't.
He's a great athlete, and he's been former champions. He's been a former United States Intercontinental Tag Team. Sadly, he's never been world champ yet, which I believe they're missing out. But I believe Kofi Kingston should enter. Big E should definitely enter. That guy can do some amazing things. Even though Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt, well, if this is the end of the rivalry tonight, hopefully Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose are in the Rumble. If Randy Orton's not in the Rumble, I swear to God, then when are they going to make him return? So, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of possibilities, and I can't wait to see who enters the Rumble tonight.
You know who I think?
Who do you think?
Ladies and gentlemen, I know I said earlier Randy Orton is doubtful to be here at Raw. But if he is, he will have one plan on his mind, and that is to enter the Royal Rumble. Now, let's get to some of the Royal Rumble greats. Kane, I think he'll enter the Rumble. I really do. You have Seth Rollins. I think he'll enter the Rumble. Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, he'll enter the Rumble. Oh, God. New Day.
Surprise entrance in the Rumbles. In the Rumble this year. Just say Rumbles. If Randy Orton doesn't do it tonight, he'll be a surprise entrant in the Rumble. Chris Jericho, he could be a surprise entrant. There are rumors that Brock Lesnar and John Cena, the loser, will be in the Rumble. So that shakes everything up. We all know Daniel Bryan is in the Rumble. Roman Reigns is in the Rumble. I mean, I'm excited. I think this is going to be a good Raw. A Raw to kick off a hell of a better year than 2014. And I hope they take advantage of it. Because I don't want to have another report card where I'm giving the whole WWE a C when WWE is perfectly capable of getting an A+. Going back a couple of, I think this is maybe like our second topic or whatever, but going back to the topic where, who is on the Authority's hit list?
Yep.
Daniel Bryan, he's definitely my number 2.
Where's Randy Orton on this hit list?
Because here's my bold prediction tonight. I rarely do these, guys, but here you go.
Here we go.
My bold prediction is that Daniel Bryan will cut a promo. Daniel Bryan, he's going to talk about his Rumble entry, and he's going to talk about how he'll try to win the Rumble and everything. Authority comes out. Daniel Bryan gets put in a match against one of the Authority's puppets, as I like to call him.
Seth Rollins. Probably. If anything, it'd probably be against Seth Rollins.
And they'll make a stipulation on if Daniel Bryan loses that match, he will lose his Royal Rumble entry and will not be qualified to be in the Rumble. Or they'll probably just strip him of the title, or just strip him of the Rumble entrant altogether.
I would like that. I really would. The problem with that is Daniel Bryan is coming off of two neck surgeries. Two neck surgeries. I don't want anything happening to Daniel Bryan.
I don't want anything to happen either.
So if they're going to do that, and it's going to be Seth Rollins, I want Seth Rollins being completely careful with Daniel Bryan. I don't want to see a curb stomp. I don't want to see any of this crazy stuff because I cannot risk seeing Daniel Bryan get hurt again. All right.
I don't want that Seth Walker either. That he like goes behind him. It's like from an inverted DDT, and he like flips over and he like lands on his head like that. I don't want to see that either.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I think Daniel Bryan would win that match just because you don't want to see him risk injury. Not that Daniel Bryan would win because they want him to be in the Rumble. No, it's going to be because you don't want Daniel Bryan to risk injury. And if Seth Rollins wins, I hope it is by a roll-up or something like that. No curb stomp is needed. I just don't want
some authority interference or whatever like that.
Yeah, I don't need Daniel Bryan getting hurt again. And I'm sure Brie Bella doesn't want Daniel Bryan getting hurt again. That's it. So,
a lot of questions to be answered.
We've been saying this for 2 weeks. There's a lot of questions to be answered, and WWE is not answering a single one of them. Maybe the first Raw of 2015 is the night that our questions will be answered. Oh, God. Guys, the WWE Network, the Raw pre-show, 7:30 Eastern Time. Raw USA Network, 8 o'clock. Join it. Watch the pre-show. Sales, possibly tonight on WWE.com or shop.com. WWEshop.com. Possibly a sale on t-shirts and all that. God, I hope there is. I mean, I could go for a new t-shirt before we go to Raw that time in Hartford. I mean,
I'll probably get a t-shirt too.
Exactly. I can't wait. I know he can't wait. There are a lot to be answered here tonight, and Raw should be very, very good. It's a new year, kickoff a new year, and I'm happy. I got a fresh plate for WWE to cook something good on, and don't cook me chicken shit. Okay?
And that is where our WWE report card number 2 will actually start tonight.
Yes, it starts tonight. It starts tonight.
It's the starting point for the report card tonight. So they gotta step it up. Because we
now
the WWE seat for the entire year.
This is everything. We gave up everything. I probably would have gone. I would have gone D+ if it wasn't for NXT. I would have gone D+.
I would have done that too. Yeah.
It was that bad. You were almost at a failing grade. It was that horrible. You. Alright. WWE, step it up. You guys have a chance tonight. I have a clean slate. Phil has a clean slate. Trust me, we're both watching. Thank you guys very much. And I hope you guys have a good one.